Ever since the last international break, the Premier League, on and off the pitch, has been nothing short of a Netflix documentary. It all started with Liverpool getting rocked at home to Nottingham Forest, and the majority of Liverpool fans turning against a manager that won them the league just a few months ago, wanting him out. That same weekend, Man City lost to Newcastle, and Eze scored a hat-trick against Spurs, the team that everyone thought he was going to sign for, and everybody had resigned themselves to the fact that Arsenal had won the league. But we're not done with that weekend, because then Idrissa Gana Gueye decided to scrap his own teammate 13 minutes into the game at Old Trafford and get sent off. Despite this, Manchester United couldn't bash enough brain cells together to get themselves the win and lost at home to 10-man Everton. So it had already been crazy, but it's about to get crazier. Because then in the next game, Everton lost 4-1 to Newcastle at home because Pickford forgot how to play football, and a lot of Everton fans had seen enough and wanted David Moyes out. Speaking of wanting someone out, Harry Wilson scored this against Spurs. Where's Vicario? The Spurs fans booed him and Vicario hit back on them on social media. And Spurs were at civil war. Sunderland managed to come back from 2-0 down to beat Bournemouth 3-2, which led to Sky Sports justifyingly putting out this Champions League race graphic with almost half the league in it. Lucas Paqueta, a man who has a history of being accused of getting yellow cards on purpose, definitely got a red card on purpose. Despite just losing to 10-man Everton, Manchester United became the first team to beat Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park this season. In the build-up for Chelsea versus Arsenal, all the talk was about Caicedo versus Declan Rice. How did they respond? Caicedo got sent off in the first half. Despite this, Arsenal still didn't beat Chelsea, and Chelsea decided they were in a title race. At the other end of the league table, Leeds couldn't win a game, and the board gave Daniel Farke 2 games to save his job. Chelsea and Liverpool. So basically throwing him under the bus and saying, look, manage these 2 hard games for us, and then we're going to give you the boot. Despite this, Leeds beat title-chasing Chelsea, ending their title race after a week. On the same day, Man City played against Fulham, and Haaland became the quickest player ever to score 100 Premier League goals. City went 3-0 up, then 5-1 up, and despite this, came just inches away from bottling it. Newcastle played against Spurs, and Dan Burn managed to somehow get a penalty for this. Romero then scored a bicycle kick with the last kick of the game, because of course he did. Copied all of Bruno G's celebrations for his goal, and then of course tried to scrap him, because why wouldn't he? Florian Wirtz finally ended his goal drought with a goal against Sunderland, only for after the game, it to be awarded as a Mukiele own goal, and his goal drought actually went on. Wolves lost to Forest, meaning almost halfway through the season, they have less points than a triangle. And Villa beat Brighton 4-3, because why the fuck not? Daniel Farke had the second game that he had to save his job against Liverpool this time, and they managed to snatch a point with the last kick of the game, while Salah sat on the bench and watched. But this wasn't enough for Salah, because then he went on an interview after and just bashed the entire football club, saying that Slot threw him under the bus, and has completely divided the Liverpool fan base into 2. Villa, who were the last team in the top 7 leagues of England to score a goal this season, beat Arsenal with the last kick of the game, meaning now they're 3 points behind the league leaders. That also opened the door to City, but they're playing against Sunderland, which was a tough game, until Ryan Cherki started doing this bullshit. City were now 2 points behind Arsenal, despite the fact everyone thought the title race was done 2 weeks ago. Speaking of title race, ever since Chelsea beat Arsenal 1-1 and decided they were in a title race, they didn't win again, this time against Bournemouth. Remember how I said Everton wanted David Moyes out? Well, their 3-0 win against Forest means they're in the Champions League spaces. And now nobody wants David Moyes out anymore. Spurs finally win a game, but they couldn't even celebrate it. Because that full-time video got released of Yves Bissouma doing something that Yves Bissouma shouldn't have been doing. And then a Premier League footballer was arrested on suspicion of assault, leaving the whole league to guess who it was. Harry Wilson scored another goal of the season contender, but Crystal Palace ended up winning the game to move themselves into the Champions League spaces. And now tonight, the team that haven't won a game all season are playing against Manchester United.